Perfection kills people. Well, to be precise, it's the fear of what would happen if you're not perfect. See, the people that strive to be perfect, all have one thing in common is that they are afraid of failing because not being perfect means to make mistake, or it should be this thing should be the other way around. To make mistakes means to not be perfect. And when you make when you make a mistake, the guilt and the repercussions of the consequence, right? After failing and not doing the optimal thing, the perfect choice, eats away at you. It eats away at people. It eats away at the purpose, the whole reason for being. Like, what should I have done? What would happen differently if I did this and that? What would happen if I was perfect? See, it's not really possible to be perfect because people learn from their mistakes, well, most of the time, or sometimes, give or take. And to be perfect means to not make any mistakes ever. And it means that do you ever really change or improve? I mean, to say that you are perfect from the start sets a pretty high bar, and no one really knows what that bar is because no one really is perfect. And when you make a mistake, it just eats away your very whole being. Because right now I wonder what was all that for? Did it mean anything? What would happen if I never moved out of Vietnam anyways? Yeah. What would have happened if I stayed a government mind-controlled drone for like what? 11 years instead of spending it here in America learning about stuff, developing my own consciousness that separate me from the rest and gives me some individuality that also sparked a chain of events that gave me depression and caused me to doubt my own worth and whether or not I deserve to live. Everything leads up to this point. I have to keep asking myself, was it worth it? Was everything worth it? Because now I'm starting to see why Oxen's obsession with perfection killed him. I did a video as a tribute to my friend, my late friend Austin Free, and he has a habit of being perfect. And I see that it's not that him wanting to be perfect killed him. It was the fact that he couldn't be perfect. He could not live with his own mistakes. So he decided to take the easy way out. I'm not perfect. No matter how hard I try to be. And I just have to live with my own mistakes. Because no one else is gonna do it for me. And it sucks. It sucks. It feels like I have nowhere to go. It feels like I have no purpose. It feels like, every time in the past that I tried to take myself out, I should have just committed. Because then I wouldn't feel this sense of hopelessness. Like nothing I did mattered. But then again, I would also have denied myself of all those memories, all those happiness, memories of being in love, moments where I feel like I deserve to live, I deserve to be happy, I deserve to be loved. Maybe that's just, you know, two sides of the coin. I got one of the best time periods in my life, and now, in order to pay it back, I have to grovel in absolute misery. Maybe that's just the price to pay. Because nothing good ever comes cheap, right? See, life is like a visual novel with many routes to technically choose from. But you're not really choosing. You're not really giving the comfortability of taking your time and choosing what to do. Most of the time, most of the choices you make are instant, and you don't even know if it could impact the route. There's no perfect route. The route that you're on right now is the accumulation of all the mistakes that you have made in the past. And right now, I am feeling the accumulation of all the things that I said that were wrong, all the things I did that were wrong, all the things that I didn't say, all the things that I didn't do, all the words that I never said. That's an OC reference. Yeah, right now it feels like it's really loud in my head. It's very loud. And my chest feels heavy. My arms. Wait. Well, my chest is heavy. My palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. I didn't have spaghetti, but you get the point. Try to make the best of a bad situation, right? Yeah. I guess the whole point is that as much regrets as I have, right? I'm glad it happened. And I'm glad. And I hope I'm still seen as a person. Maybe the me years ago wouldn't be able to admit that, right? Because I was always seen as the lowest of the low, bottom of the barrel, deny myself of any worth. Because if I see myself as worthless, when people do see me as worthless, it won't affect me. Right? It's kind of like self-prepping. Like a lot of things I do are self-prepping to prepare for situations, right? Because like I said before, I'm not exactly that tough emotionally, kind of a wuss. So I imagine all kind of scenarios in my head. Like one time, my best friend in real life had cancer, right? And he told me, so an entire day I was just imagining scenarios of him dying because of it. And it was really hard to make it through the whole day without crying because, in 2018, men crying it's not exactly a great look. Or actually, especially in high school, a boy cry, yikes. Yeah. I think I did a bit of. I think I propped myself too much from all the things that I say. It just became second nature, and it affected the people I love. And now they don't. And now there's nothing to love. It's great. It's the fruit. It's always the fruits of your own labor, honestly. Right? The bottom of the line is what the Sigma.